Good evening, good evening. Hello, everybody.
Evening all.
How are we doing today, Scotty boy?
Not bad, it's Friday, the work week is done.
For some.
Well, for me. I don't care about anybody else.
Not for me, just beginning.
Shit. What's the weekend looking like?
Working Saturday, Sunday night, so... Yeah, no, it'll be good laugh. I think Sundays are going to be a boring, quiet shift, but Saturday nights are a good laugh. I'm now working in the Enterprise in Camden. If anyone fancies coming down and keeping me company. The rule is, though, is I can't serve you if you come down.
Really?
There's a rule against serving your mates.
Oh shit.
It's to stop, cheap drinks going out, Scott.
Motherfuckers. Alright, you do know I'm going to ignore you now.
Like, I literally can't get served by any of the other staff. I can only get served by whoever's in charge that day. The girls can't serve me. It has to be Noodle, Carol, or Eva.
Oh,
Even
wow.
though they are all girls anyway, but... Yeah.
That's a bit of a shit show.
No, but, it's just to stop people nicking, because...
Are you allowed to talk to me?
Yeah, of course I'm allowed to talk to you. You just have to chat to a lovely lady instead of me. I know it's tough for you, Scott. What's the point in coming in if you can't, get served by my beautiful face?
Yeah, because that's why I was going to come down.
Yeah.
Your beauty.
Well, of course.
And a beer.
Yeah, but you haven't been down yet, Scott. I know it's still early days, but
It is, and I'm fucking still broke.
still what? Really?
Dude, it's... Every time I think I'm getting ahead of myself, something comes out of the woodwork. Today, £91 council tax bill. Suck mine. Just bang, Like Monday, I think they're going to take like 77 quid off me, which I ain't got. So I'll be cancelling some direct debits this weekend.
Really?
Yes.
Lovely stuff.
I don't get paid till Tuesday, so...
Are you able to postpone them? Postpone?
Yeah, I'm going to cancel them and then ring them on... I'll ring them tomorrow, actually, and say, look, you'll get your money Tuesday. So I've cancelled direct debit, just get in touch with you and pay you then.
There should be an option just to, an easier option. Then, do you have to ring them up?
Yeah.
There should be an easier option where you can, go online and just say, look, default 1 day or default 2 days.
Speaking to people in these situations is the easier option, trust me.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't had the direct debit for 10 years.
It's much easier to speak to an actual human being instead of going on and, sending an email, fill out this comments box and someone will get back to you within 48 hours. If they do, invariably, they don't give a shit. But if you've got them on the phone, you can relate a bit better and get what you need done, in my experience. Like Thames Water, lovely people. I've never had a shitty conversation with Thames Water. Everyone I've spoke to has been really, really nice.
Yeah.
My housing, on the other hand, cunt. So it just depends on...
One's private and one's public, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
So yeah, public servants, they're not renowned for their chipper.
No, and I do know that now. Well, I shouldn't say where I'm working, but let's just say...
Aren't you one of the chipper?
I am one of the... Well, I'm one of the public now. Genuine office shit muncher.
Oh, right. Well...
For the state. But, pays the bills, it keeps the cat comfy.
Go on, let's begin by you telling me this news story that I haven't heard about yet.
Oh my god, so the date is the 28th of November.
Yeah.
Which, for the past few years in America, has been known as Black Friday.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Where they have, because I think Thanksgiving is around the 25th, 26th, I don't know, I'm not American, I don't care. Thanksgiving was either yesterday or a few days ago.
It was yesterday.
Right, so, it's a bit like Boxing Day sales over here. People want to get a bargain, so they go out. Now, like a lot of things American, it's starting to infiltrate English culture, British culture. So now, I think today was the first day they had a proper Black Friday sale across the country.
Okay. And
people lost their goddamn minds. I haven't seen any footage of it yet. I'm going to, though, because it's horrendous. Like, there was a picture of like a 12-year-old girl with a TV and a woman clinging onto the other end of it, lying on the floor like, you will not get this TV's mine. People lost their fucking minds. Supermarkets, Asda, there's a huge Asda in Wembley, had to phone the police and get them in because people were going mad, running around like animals. They're just random shoes where people have had their shoes like stepped off and they don't care. I got to get a bargain. I got to get a bargain. The pictures looked like there was one where it looked like a UN helicopter was handing out aid in Sierra Leone, but it was in Tesco, and it was TVs. It's just, I felt so sick to my stomach, and it just reminded me, oh yeah, you're a misanthrope. These are the kind of things that make me hate humanity.
Yeah.
That make us look like fucking
What
just
fucking
pond scum.
what morons,
I
like, you
know.
know. What would be to physically fight people for a bargain?
Because you want a telly that's 10 inches bigger than the one you got now.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be alive. You're a fucking statistic as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Wrestling with a 13-year-old girl to get a TV.
I'd say arm them. I'd say when they go into the shop, they should all get like a machete each.
Yeah.
And
Pay-per-view, make us pay 10 quid to watch. I'd pay 10 quid to watch that.
I bet you if you did as well, I bet you people would kill. People would kill for that bargain.
Yeah. People get really upset whenever there's a badger coal. Would they get upset if there was a retard coal? And I'm not being derogatory about people with mental illness. I give them respect. I don't even think someone that was mentally handicapped would act that way.
No.
It
No, it
was
takes
disgusting.
takes a special sort of person to
Trample over other human beings
yeah,
to grab something.
It's very animal-like.
Yeah, sick. It's just, you know, if any of you out there are religiously inclined, I beg you to at least see the photos of today. Because these are the people that were made in the image of some omniscient great creator. Is God a sucker for a bargain? Would he step on your child's throat so he could get a plasma TV? I really don't think. It saddened me and it amused me all at the same time, you know.
Like, I was thinking the other day because I got into a conversation with someone who wasn't pro drugs. Let's just say.
We call those people a square usually.
Well, yeah, she's not square, but she's not pro drugs, and her argument was, you know, people shouldn't take drugs because it's, you know, it's bad for them. But I'd say consumerism is just as bad for you. Like the idea,
It's a form of drug.
it is like people. That's how people get their fixes now, is by media and technology, and you know, getting an iPod like pad, the first one when it comes out, and queuing, and you know,
I got to get an iPad. I got to get an iPhone 6. Well, what's wrong with your phone? Nothing. I just have to get it.
yeah, that's
sick. You're sick.
Yeah, that's the sickness. At least with my drug, it's like, right, you know, it lasts. You know,
wank and go to sleep.
well, it makes me feel good, and buying something, I know it makes you feel good, but soon after, like a week later, you don't feel good about it anymore. You're just like, oh, it's mine and it's pretty.
I found myself doing it unconsciously, like just trying to satisfy some boredom or some itch by spending money.
Yeah,
You know?
you just find yourself going to the shops.
I'll put 10 quid in the fruit machine. I'll put another 10 quid in the fruit machine. It's not because I'm desperate to play the fruit machine. You know? I'm just...
It's because you're looking for a buzz, a hit.
A distraction, something.
And people get that via shopping.
Yeah.
Whereas I get that from getting drunk and smoking weed. You know.
I don't even need to shop. I don't even need to smoke weed and drink to get that. Weird things do that. Like, seeing stuff. Like, today I was on the tube and a mental person got on. It was a woman in this big pink coat. And she walked straight to the end, you know where the little window is on the end of the carriage?
Yeah.
And she pulled it straight down and just grabbed both of the handles either side of it and then just started swaying backwards and forwards going that made me feel good because I'm not that person. That gave me a little charge. It's like, wow, yeah, everything's going to be alright, Scott.
You're not mental.
You haven't completely lost it just yet. You could be wearing a tea cozy on your hat, on your head. Yeah. People depress me.
Yeah, big time, man.
It's just everywhere I look.
I meet lots of happy people. I meet lots of good people, but you do meet some people, and
It's the ones you don't meet. It's the ones that just flutter around you. You know?
yeah,
They don't give a fuck about anyone but themselves.
horrible people, mean people.
Yeah, I'm very considerate and quite courteous.
Yeah, you gotta be like, you know, life's too short to be a douchebag.
Yeah, I mean, please and thank you goes a long way. But yeah, today was just one of those days where I saw that and was like, oh, here we go. Humanity at its finest. So that was quite amusing.
Well, one thing I was going to talk to you about is I just finished watching this incredible new show on television on the old box. Well, obviously off the interweb.
Yeah.
Well, I downloaded it illegally. The Staircase. I don't know. It's about this gentleman called Michael Peterson in America. He was like a journalist, then he became an author. And long family history, but at the end of the day, there was him, his new wife of like 8 years, and like 5 or 6 kids. And he was wealthy, they were all wealthy. And his wife is found dead at the bottom of a staircase. And there's a lot of blood, and it looks quite horrific, and he's charged with a murder.
Right.
And this French guy, some director, I can't remember his name, I do apologise.
Luc Besson?
Yeah,
He's the only one I know.
Jean de Le something. And
Jean-Pierre Le Petit.
he made a documentary almost throughout the whole trial. And there's lots of scandal comes out during it as well. But it's got that feeling, I don't know if you've read Helter Skelter.
No.
Okay, it's got that feeling.
It's on the list.
It feels like, you know, you're witnessing, it's like Columbo but real.
Yeah.
Because you don't know whether he did it really at the beginning, and you're not sure. And you
so
don't
the guy's
know.
like just being impartial and filming it all.
Yeah, he does. There's no
transpire.
commentary over the top or anything. Obviously, they're filming it with mainly on the defence side.
Yeah.
Because obviously the district attorney wouldn't give permission to be followed around by crew, but this guy, you know, they're protesting his innocence. And yeah, man, you know, it was like when I watched what's the one about those 3 kids that were accused of murdering?
Paradise Lost.
Yes, Paradise Lost.
The metal kids, the
Yeah.
metal fans.
It's like that, but it's 8 parts.
You boys are Satan worshippers. You
Yeah.
must have done it.
And this is the same thing. He's a bit bisexual, and they're like, right, well, you must have murdered your wife if you're bisexual.
Oh, he's a
Down
Satan.
in the south as well.
Oh, okay. So shame on you, Bobby.
Yeah. But yeah, really, really good. And then...
Alright, I'll check it out. Don't tell me what happened.
No, I won't. No, I'm not going to
Check
spoil
it out.
it. But yeah, The Staircase. And he's actually done another one called Murder on a Sunday Morning. And same style, but he... it's about a black kid who was beaten up by the police. Out of a 15-year-old kid. They beat him up and got a confession out of him. And he's on trial for murder. But no, they absolutely blew me away. And then today I was watching something and I thought of you, Scott, because old Bill Burr turned up in it.
Oh, well.
Zombievers.
Zombievers.
Yes.
Oh, I've not heard of that.
He has a small cameo at the beginning and an even smaller cameo right at the
Is
end.
it recent?
Yeah, it came out this year. Can you guess, you know, the premise?
Zombie beavers?
Yeah.
Like real beavers?
Beavers.
Not, you know...
Well, I'll give you the general...
Vaginas.
No. Obviously there are a few beaver vagina jokes.
Okay. Well, yeah.
There's
I'd be
breast-
disappointed if
There's
there were.
breastage, there's gore, there's Bill Burr.
Hey,
It wasn't-
Billy fucking Redface.
It wasn't the greatest movie ever, but it's one of those typical...
Kill now.
Yeah. You know, you're not going to get anything special.
Yeah.
But, you know, with a title like Zombievers, I wasn't expecting anything special. I just wanted to see zombie beavers eat some people. That was all.
Do they like fly through the air and grab people by the throats?
No, they just kind of swim around and, you know...
And hope you get in the water?
Yeah.
That's
Well,
all-
beavers can go on land, Scott.
Yeah, but it doesn't sound like they do. It sounds like they just hang around in the water going, I dare you to put a toe in.
No, there's a bit of water, there's a bit of land. You know, there's a mixed kettle of fish. But I'd definitely give it a shot.
Okay. Well, speaking of Bill Burr and beavers, what do you think of this Ferguson shit that's going on?
What Ferguson shit?
You know the kid? Well, I say the kid, the black guy that got shot, and now all the riots are going on.
Oh, what? Because he
There's
was
even riots
unarmed.
in London the other night.
Is this because he was unarmed?
So you don't know much.
No,
about
I know the story. Another once again, a cop shot dead a black innocent
Yeah,
unarmed
and he
kid.
got found not guilty in the inquiry.
Yeah, I saw all this. Yeah, but this happens almost every week over there. So I don't understand why it's big news every time.
I'm not sure it happens every week, but
It's happened a few times.
The last one was about 6 months ago. That kid Trayvon Martin. where that fat cunt shot him because he was like, "Well, you're up to no good."
He bought Skittles, I think.
Yeah, he went to the shop to buy Skittles and then got accosted by this fat cunt doing community patrols, and he got off as well because the black kid. Once he started like trying to get in the black kid's way and stop him, no, hold, I'm making a citizen's arrest. Black kids beat the shit out of him, like get the fuck out of my face, and then the guy shot him.
Yeah.
Dead.
Yeah, I read a lot about that story.
And he got let off as well. So, but there's a big like people are. This week, the guy that shot him, his side of the story. Now the trial and all that's over has been made public. So like what he said, and there were pictures of him as well. Like obviously they took him straight back to the station and started taking photos, innit? Like to get to take pictures of him to catalogue his injuries is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
As far as I could tell, he had a tiny bruise on the back of his neck and a cut on his chin that looked like a shaven cut. And they literally took photos of him from all angles. Like, look at his injuries. He didn't have any fucking injuries. So they're saying, well, he said that the kid tried to grab the gun out of his holster, which doesn't seem likely to me, but hey ho. Tried to grab the gun out of his holster and then like gave up on that and walked away. The guy got out of his car, pulled his gun, and the kid charged him. So he shot him 5 times in the chest and once in the head. And then the cop as well was saying like, oh, he was so strong, it felt like Hulk Hogan wrestling a 5-year-old. Bearing in mind that this cop is 6'4", 220 pounds, and the black kid was about the same. So people, black people, civil rights, is that the word? Civil rights?
Look, I think
they're just race warriors now.
I think if police had guns in England, it would happen all the time as well.
Yeah, people get shot.
Yeah, and because America has a rule that anyone can have a gun, the cops have to have a gun. It only makes sense. So
you're gonna give them knives.
Whereas occasionally a lunatic goes on the run in England and does some damage. It's nothing compared to America, and I think America should just, have a look at why they have such an unbelievably high gun fatality rate, like compared to any,
even they've got fucking guns.
Even war-torn countries, don't have as many fucking gun homicides as they do in America.
Well, even in these countries, there's no fucking shop the size of a small English town they can go in and buy a shotgun. I think they've tightened up a lot though in the last few years. Like you used to be able to go to Walmart and get like a AR-15.
Yeah.
Which is like, that's the kind of shit you would give to the Terminator. Like 300 rounds a minute. Why are you letting shitheads buy that? So now it's a lot more stringent. But you can still go in and buy a handgun and you can, show some ID and sign some papers and you just got a pistol.
Yeah, it's crazy now how people's mentality, how people can be, you can be programmed to believe anything's true and right.
Yeah.
Like, if it's indoctrinated into you from a young age, and I think a lot, that's why I always respect my upbringing, because I think I was allowed to make up my mind a lot about things. I don't think any overall arc was, pushed on me that, God, and I've got to get married, I've got to have kids, I've got to have a wife. And lots of people are just lost at the moment. Just completely lost, man. They don't know what the fuck they want from their lives or,
I'm sorry, what are you talking about? I was talking about this kid getting shot. You're talking about... You just gone deep on me and I don't know why. Like, what are you talking about?
I'm just saying...
You were raised correctly. What? So was the cop not or was the kid not? I'm trying to put these pieces together. Help me out.
Well, it was just the fact that, that guy shot that guy. That's the way life is. No,
it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Well, why haven't I been shot?
Because we don't have any guns over here, man.
Okay.
We have guns over here. We know someone that got shot.
It's just the way life is.
Yeah,
in several states in America.
The thing is that everyone pays too much attention to them, and they're just a bunch of fucking retards in reality. Like,
The
Americans.
Okay.
Just come on, like they're funny and they do things well, but in reality, like they are the bullies of the world. You know, they're not renowned for their great intelligence, or you know, they happen to go to the place where they had all the weapons and all the resources in order to make a good country. And
I think you're being very general about 300 million people.
well, I swear, man, there's definitely I've spent time over there, man. There's definitely something a bit fucked up. Like it's different to go into a European city. There's a level of fucked upness over there that I can't wrap my head around.
It's probably a lot to do with ignorance. Just because there are people over there that in the south and everything, they're stereotyped and they still believe the world's 10,000 years old, creationists and all those fucking crazy kooks. And
I just believe as English people that we spend too much time on them. I don't
like as I said, like the Black Friday thing. It's like that's an American thing. Stop it, Apparently, Nick told me in the Metro the other day. I don't read the Metro. It angers me. And like they've got that people page where people put their comments and like, well, I think David Cameron was within his rights to do all that. I can't stand that shit. It makes me angry because people are so fucking stupid. Someone wrote in that, I wonder when we'll start to take the Americans' Thanksgiving. I wonder when that will start to become part of the English. About the same time we sit down with the Native Americans and break bread. Oh wait, that's never going to happen. What the fuck is wrong with... That's how stupid people are. She wrote into a newspaper. She knew how to do that. And they printed it. Oh, well, we've got to give people a forum and we've got to open up dialogue. Not dumb ones that make no sense.
Well, so am I gonna adapt everything from every other country? Is every day gonna be a holiday? Why America? Why not the Chinese New Year and stuff like that? Why don't we just all jump on board that as well?
That is celebrated. But,
of course it is.
In
But
Chinatown.
by the Chinese,
Yeah.
and then the English celebrate English shit, and then fucking Americans celebrate.
We'll go and look and be like, oh, this is cool.
If you want to give us a bank holiday, fine, we'll fucking take it. But apart from that, what? I've got Christmas to worry about. I'm not worrying about fucking Thanksgiving.
But just the thought, Liam, that there are people out there that are like, that she actually thought that was a question. I wonder why. Well, I can tell you why. Like, we don't have Thanksgiving, you dumb fuck. Jesus.
Takes a special kind of mind, Scott.
I wonder when they're going to move that big rock that all the Muslims like to go and visit to Birmingham. When will they make one of them in Birmingham? I went to Jerusalem. I think it's terrible. I think we should just give the Muslims Wales.
I don't know. For me, what's always weird with the Americans, especially, is that whenever they come over and visit, and whenever they're in London, they always just stand out so much. Like they just completely stand out. Like they talk as if they're on like another fucking planet.
Yeah.
Like wow, and I know they're polite. They're nice people. Like I spent time over there. Everyone I met was lovely, but there's something. I don't think that. I think they're
all
so.
Of them. Okay, we've got to be very careful about this.
No, of course not. I've got American friends. Like I'm not saying that the American. I'm talking about
America.
I'm talking about America as this ideal and as this kind of idea that it's the place of greatness and we should be more American because the Americans are so great. I think they're great because they took aspects from other cultures, but I don't think the American way is actually that fucking super clever. Like, I don't think it's the idea is fuck everyone.
I don't think the emphasis over there is on intelligence,
and it's not on social integration, and it's not about I met some American guys and they're like talking to me about they went to some place and there was loads of Indian people there and stuff like that, and I'm trying to explain to them it's like I don't notice, like that's just life. There's just people from everywhere. I don't go into areas and think, oh, there's quite a few black people here. It's just, sometimes I go to an area and there's quite a few black people there, and then sometimes there's quite a few Asian people in a certain part of town.
Well, no, to be fair, there are parts of London where that does happen. I remember the first time I went to Alperton, I was in Wembley, which has got quite a a lot of Asian people in it anyway. Well, Indian people.
Yeah.
Say.
I lived down there.
Subcontinent, blah blah blah. And then like you go down Wembley High Road, and then you just take a left, and all of a sudden the smell changes. All the shops are sari and greengrocers, but with vegetables and shit you've never seen in your life. And then you look at the people, and it's like, wow, it's like all Indian people. That was the first time I ever noticed it. I didn't make a judgment. I was just like, wow, isn't that cool? So you just take a left, and you turn into this different part of the city.
And I think I've got to say that recently people start annoying me because whenever I introduce myself as being English or British, and if they're not English or British, they make like a statement about, oh, you know, a London person. It's like, there are tons of us here. Like, you don't understand. Someone that says that to me doesn't understand what being from London means. Like,
What do they say? You're a Londoner.
yeah, you know, because I was, you know, brought up and raised here. I'm from the city, and it's like some sort of like novelty trick, and it's like, it doesn't matter. That doesn't matter in this city. It doesn't matter where you come from or who you are. It just matters who you are right now. Like, you know.
Well, I always know I'm not going to get on with a person if I meet them, and the first thing we talk about is, so where are you from? Oh, I'm from such and such. Oh, I'm from such and such. Oh, so what do you do for a living? I already know after those two sentences, it's like, you're a boring fuck, out my face.
Yeah.
Like, this ain't gonna work. What I like is when I meet someone and they go, you know, like, no one will drink whiskey with me. I'll drink whiskey with you. Fucking, if that's all you've got, man. I'm English. And you take a lot of pride in that.
Yeah.
You're bereft, my friend. You got nothing else.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm Jewish. Oh, all my Jewishness. Oh, yeah. Shut the fuck up. I don't care.
No one actually does, and that's what the Americans can't understand. That, you know, that we wouldn't be excited to see them because they're American. Because, you know, of all the greatness they've given us.
When I think of American tourists, I just think of fat families standing in the middle of the pavement around London Bridge, looking at a map, going, I thought the tower was round here. And by the way, it's behind them. If they turned around and looked, it's called a landmark for a reason. They're just...
that's enough American bashing.
I fucking hate tourists. It doesn't matter where they're from. I hate it if you're a tourist. You're
No,
just going to get in my way.
The difference between American ones is that I can understand what they're saying.
Oh yeah.
At least if it's a country where I don't understand the language, it doesn't annoy me because it's just, you know, you can't follow the conversation, so it's just, you know, background chatter.
I find them really fucking hard to deal with on the tube. They get on the tube and they feel like, oh, it's quite noisy down here. We gotta talk above that. So we're going to mad. What is it? Too sad? Too sword. Two sads. Let's go mad in two sads. And he's like, I'm trying to read. Shut the fuck up. I can't stand chatty people on the tube. The tube is not a place for conversation. Let's not do it.
I don't know. I think it's... that's why I don't like getting on the tube, because I don't know where to look. That's what I find. Everyone looks at their phone, but I don't like to get my phone out and play with my phone. It's just a distraction.
Yeah.
Usually if I'm listening to music, music's enough. It always has been and it always will be.
Yeah.
Music takes me off to a special place.
My thing's reading. I love reading on the tube. That way I haven't got to look at anybody.
I don't like reading because I need long periods of reading. I can't just do 20 minutes and then stop reading and change and get up.
No?
No, and then doing it on the train, I don't know, it takes some of the enjoyment out of it. You know,
enjoyment of what? The book or the...
Yeah, the book, the experience of reading, because I'm not in a pleasant environment. Like, I never read on the toilet. Like, you know, I wouldn't want to read an incredible passage and be like, I remember the turd I fucking squatted out when that beautiful line of poetry, and I wiped my arsehole and thought, wow, my life has changed forever. I want to be sitting underneath a tree with fucking light spilling through.
I always have my phone on the toilet when I'm taking a dump. Always.
What if someone rings you and you got to answer it, though?
You don't have to. You have the choice not to. I have answered it a few times, mostly to Nicola, and she gets really offended when I tell her, yeah, I'm just on the toilet taking a shit.
Well,
but don't answer your phone. It's like, what do you care? You can't smell it.
has you ever heard the plop and known?
No, she said, I can't do that anymore. That's a rule. I'm not allowed to speak to her whilst taking a dump, which is fair enough, I suppose. It's not a hellacious request, is it? She's not trying to change me as a man.
Nah, not at all. Not at all.
No, I get that as well, like that whole weird, where do I look? Because every now and again you'll notice someone staring at you, and then that makes it worse. Have you ever had that?
I get it all the time.
Because then you
man.
get self-conscious, because you're like, oh wow, okay.
I look weird. People look at me. I stand out. I'm usually wearing red or something colourful.
Oh yeah. Some
And I
mad
think-
shirt with a skull getting...
And then I've kind of
fucked
got, loud punk playing in my headphones, and usually I'm bobbing my head or tapping or moving, twitching. My usual. I can't listen to music and stand still. It's not if I'm enjoying the song.
Yeah.
If I had a few beers, I'll just break out into singing,
There are times where I'll be walking, I've noticed that when I'm walking I have to walk past Green Park to get to work, and then like a particular passage will come in of a song I like, and I notice I might throw in a little shimmy in my walk.
Yeah.
just I can't help it. It just kind of happens. That's because I'm deep down, I'm a very happy individual.
Oh yeah, when did it
Thank you, I'll
happen?
be here all week.
Used to be Scott.
Yeah, it was a deadpan joke.
But yeah, I'm happy, man. Coming up to the end
Back
of
in
the
the
year
game.
now. Yeah, well, yeah, single man again. Not that that means anything. I always think that people get overexcited about, transforming from being single to...
We're all single at the end of the day.
Yeah, really, we are.
If you're dying, she's not going to get in the coffin with you.
No. Anyone can be taken from us at any moment, so... I don't know. I kind of realised that I find it too difficult being in a relationship. It means giving up too much of myself. And I'm not... I don't know. I'm not willing to just to give up yet. I think there's stuff I could do, and I think being in a relationship, I don't think it helps you creatively, because any of your free time is taken up by your relationship because of the society we live in. We work so much, and our free time is so short. Like what we actually have to spend by ourselves, that being in a relationship, even if it's just sending messages back and forth to one another, and giving constant attention, I think that it could have a negative effect on the power of the written word, that it's more difficult for people to be isolated now, to be removed, to be able to go into your own world, because your phone could go off at any second and you've got to answer it.
I love being alone. It's my favourite fucking time.
Yeah, me too, man.
It's just, those moments where it's like, no one's judging me, no one expects anything of me, I can just kind of exist and relax. That's what I get when I'm alone. I don't get lonely. I never get lonely.
I get lonely after a while.
No, never.
No?
Maybe being an only child. I probably dealt with that quite early on. I really value time to myself.
Yeah, but with especially with working the night shifts now, Scott, it's more difficult. It's almost impossible to maintain, because you get 2 nights off a week, and then the daytimes when you get up, it's the middle of the night.
Yeah.
And you don't want to get up. You got to be at work at 5 o'clock in the evening. You don't want to stir until 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. Like, you'll get up.
You want to get your rest then.
You'll get up and you'll fucking have a joint or something like that, and fucking chill out and watch something on telly.
Well, it's like me. It's like my office cycle. It starts at 7 in the morning and it ends at about 11:30, 12. So yours is exactly the same. It's just kind of shifted to the right a little bit.
Yeah.
So your day starts at 5 in the afternoon and doesn't finish till 1, 2 in the morning. So it's the same thing. It's just in a different. It's slightly. slightly skewed. I've never done it, and I'm quite interested because I am a night person.
It is very nice, man. It is very fucking nice. The way that you really don't have to deal with anything. You don't deal with any. You know, life doesn't really exist in the evenings.
No, it's just everyone.
You know,
Chilling out.
Yeah. So you kind of get up, you spend, because if you're not working to 5 or 6 o'clock in the evening, you can have a fucking joint. Like, you ain't gonna do any harm if you have one.
You go up, come down.
You know, you have one about midday, then you have some food and get ready for work, and maybe on the way to work, stop in the pub, have a quick fucking beer, and then, you know, plod down to work. Well, no,
Pubs
but
don't open at 8:30.
well, of course not.
Inconsiderate fucks. Yeah, I'm back in a good routine.
No, me too. But my routine's all out the window now, man. They're like I said before, I'm off the wagon hard. That's it. It's like, you know, everyday drunk again, Scott. But I like it, man. I fucking.
I don't think you'd do it if you didn't.
No, and I got to.
Well, do what you got to do, man.
Yeah.
I've always been interested in it. It's just I'm not sure I could swing the same amount of scratch that I'm making now. And I kind of...
Well, nowhere near, man.
And I'm struggling already, so that's, you know...
I always believe you live within your own means, like, so, you know, it's possible, but, yeah, if you've got obligations, no, don't get into the bar game.
Everyone wants a piece of my fucking pie.
What pie would that be?
My money pie.
Oh, right.
It's insane, man. It's been such a reality call. Okay, Liam's indicating to me that he wants to go for a piss by masturbating.
Yeah, pretty much.
So yeah, we've been away for a little while now, man. 2 weeks. Haven't done any podcasting tomfoolery for a while. It's simply because Liam's got back into work and we have to rejig our schedules. But yeah, we're going to keep it to about once a week, I think. You know, if we can do... We will have our little special ones as well, where we're going to do... I think the next one we're going to do is going to be a weed cast. So that's going to be interesting, and we're going to get a special guest in. Obviously, with a weed cast, you want someone who's au fait with cannabis culture and rolls a nice little joint. So we're going to get a pro in, and then we're, you know, drunk cast... just, yeah, many states of consciousness casts. I think that'll be interesting. It will certainly mix things up. So yeah, I want to do that, and I'm going to actually put that to the man on air. We usually like to keep all the admin behind the scenes. But yeah, a couple of ideas for what and where to go. I was just explaining to the fourth wall. I think our next special cast should be a weed cast.
Oh, yeah.
And I've already got a guest or two in mind. Obviously for weed you need, like I was saying to the people at home, you need a pro. There's no good doing a weed cast if you get someone that doesn't smoke weed. That's a bit counterintuitive.
Well, who the fuck do we know doesn't smoke weed, Scott?
I know lots of people that don't smoke.
Oh, right.
We're not best friends, but we know each other. And then, yeah, like a drunk cast, many states of consciousness cast. And what do you think about my idea to do one on the bottom bench?
Oh, yeah, well, I went to the bottom bench. You won't be able to do it at the moment.
Oh, what is it, covered in, like, tributes and shit?
Yeah. There's, like, all bears on it. Like, you won't want to touch them and move them.
Bears?
Yeah.
Yeah, because if anything screams Rick Mail, it's a cuddly toy.
Yeah, but I don't know. I gotta say, it's not even near the right location. I thought it was somewhere else. That's not where the bench was.
I'm sure it was. I saw a picture of it. It's like that little intersection.
Nah, it's the wrong intersection. It's facing the wrong way. It's on the wrong intersection. I know where the intersection is.
It's like now down by the Apollo, right?
No, I'll
On the
have to.
Hammersmith side of the Apollo, not the Fulham side.
I think it's on the other side. I think it's right in front of the Broadway, the main front entrance on the right hand side. It's facing the road that leads down towards Shepherd's Bush, and I'm almost 100% sure it's there. Alright, mate. I'll rewatch the footage, but
We'll do research. But yeah, I just, you know...
I don't think it's in the same. I don't think it's in the same place, man.
Well, anyway.
Because it's facing it's facing towards the Broadway, whereas in the show it's facing towards the road.
Yeah.
And there wasn't, the Broadway was a construction site. There was something there beforehand. So either way, it's not facing the right way. But I think it's on the complete wrong side.
Okay, well, anyway, I would probably still like to do it. Because it is the bottom bench, you know.
Yeah, you just have to wait a year and then things will calm down over there.
We won't even have to wait that long, I don't reckon.
Dude, it's pretty fucking impressive.
I'd imagine, but I don't think we'll have to wait a year.
I don't know, like, everything was in such good nick. Like, there's so many pictures and there's, like, protective plastic covers to cover everything and stuff like that. Like, it was immaculate. You'd think people would have ripped some stuff off and taken as souvenirs. No
Too much respect for the male.
There's been no defacing of it whatsoever.
He was a fucking legend. An absolute legend. I love Bottom. I grew up on Bottom. Completely grew up on it. Even at like 8 or 9 when it was on TV, I got it because it was so childish and like toilet humoury. And now I've got older, I still appreciate that, but I get the nuance of it as well.
Yeah.
So it's a tour de force. 3 seasons of inescapable quality, man.
The problem is I just overwatched it over those years, so
Yeah.
I've seen it too many times. But never enough. I would always go through a bit where one day I'll be sitting around and I'll be like, I'm going to watch it.
Bit of a Bottom.
Yeah.
Fuck it. And I know there are a lot of people, it's usually people that are older, like, it's like, the Young Ones was much better. It's like, fuck you. The Young Ones was not as good as Bottom.
No.
Sorry. The Young Ones is so dated.
Yeah.
If you threw the Young Ones on right now, you'd be like, who the fuck is that cunt? Oh, that's Ben Elton. Who's Ben Elton? Oh, doesn't he write rom-coms with Richard Curtis? Yeah, they're just, you throw Bottom on, and it's 2 scuzzy guys living in a flat in Hammersmith.
Yeah, it's timeless. It will never change, it's still not dated, even now. Because the humour is just so juvenile that it can never date.
Yeah. It's just double entendre. It's fucking hilarious. You can't mess about with it.
Well, we could, I was proposing that we'll do one in the venue upstairs of the pub.
Okay. Is that going to be possible?
Yeah, because it's not used a lot of nights, so we could go out there and then do one up there.
Okay.
Take some pints up there. It's like a small capacity venue, but we can just set up and we can just set up there and just do the podcast. Like there wouldn't be any problem doing it. It'd be cool as well.
Cool.
So we're in Camden, above
The
a
main
pub.
drag.
You'd be able to hear
The
the pub
boys.
underneath. Like it'd be underneath us. But
That's pretty cool. I really enjoyed our one in the station house. I thought that worked pretty well. And even with the fireworks coming in, it just sounded like they were in the background. It was epic. So yeah.
well, yeah, it's been too
Ideas.
long. It's been too long, Scott.
Well.
Like need to get back into it again.
Yeah, but it's all been for good reason. It's not been. We've just been lazy. We've
No.
you've been getting back into a rhythm.
Yeah.
I've been playing a lot of Skyrim. Oh Jesus.
You've been playing what?
Skyrim, The Elder Scrolls.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's a role playing game.
Oh, bondage?
No, it's like Game of Thrones style.
Is it on the phone?
No, on Xbox. It's fucking immense. It's huge,
Yeah.
and I kind of regret. I don't regret playing it. I love playing it, but it's one of
Oh,
those.
you
things-
wasted a lot of fucking hours.
Yeah, it's just you get that empty feeling where you're like, shit, I'm just wasting life here. Like, I'm trying not to think about my own and diving into this world where I put on dragon armor and go around cutting cunts' heads off.
Yeah.
It's like you could probably be doing stuff in the flat. Nah. So yeah, I enjoy it, but I also realise it's like my Football Manager addiction as well. That's how many hours of my life have been dedicated to me managing a completely make-believe version of Chelsea. It depresses me. I'm a grown man. I shouldn't be doing this.
Yeah.
Delving into fantasy worlds.
But yeah, there's always those statistics about, how much time people spend in the bath and how much time people spend stuck in traffic and all that.
Oh, even if you add it up, it's like weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know if wasting your time doing something that brings you a little bit of enjoyment is that horrific.
The thing is, though, there's no way of counting that type of shit. I don't keep a running total in my head of how much time I spend asleep or on the loo or brushing my teeth. But on the computer game, there's a thing that logs every second. So every now and again, you'll just like go into a pause menu and look at a screen. It's like, wow, 27 hours, 39 minutes and 43 seconds. Or like my fantasy football one, man. Football Manager. The worst, I say worst. See, this is how I think. The most time I spent in that was, I think it was like real time, about 2 weeks.
Wow.
14 days.
Spread over how long a period?
Oh, like a year.
Even still, for a year.
14 hours. That game was on and I was fiddling about.
14 hours?
That's-
14 days, Scott.
14 days, sorry.
Yeah, 14 hours, it wouldn't be that bad.
I couldn't even get through half a season on 14 hours. So yeah, that depresses me. But I've always been a computer game guy. We're the generation that fucking saw it explode, man. We grew up with it.
Yeah, it
the
was cool.
NES, the Super Nintendo, just went but to the point now they've got like Oculus Rift and, you know, there's a guy, I saw a thing on Rogan's podcast where he's made a treadmill. So he's literally got an omnidirectional treadmill. So he has to walk with these goggles on. And he's got a fake gun, you know, that he pulls up, and it's going to get insane, man. It's going to get to the point where there's things and we can... It's going to be like Red Dwarf.
Better than life. Yeah.
Or Gunman of the Apocalypse. It's going to be like that. I hope I'm here for it. Because I've got loads of degenerate stuff I want to get done.
It hasn't moved that much more forward now, though, man. It's still looking at a screen, and you know, it's still GoldenEye, but you know, it just looks fucking better. You know, it hasn't. You know, they've been talking about virtual reality and all that sort of stuff for fucking years, and we haven't seen it at all. Like, you know,
they're getting there.
Bollocks.
Getting there.
I think the problem is that the human brain, you just reject it. Like,
No, I'll show you. I can show you something after this that will blow your fucking mind. I guarantee you. It's getting to a point where, yeah, now it's the next 10 years are going to be very, very interesting.
I don't know. I think people put, you know, it's always that idea of, you know, Back to the Future, that, you know, we're going to have flying hoverboards and, you know, flying cars and all that. And actually, I saw this, I can't remember which show it was, but there was a statistic that the day-to-day life of a person in the 1970s is no different to the everyday life of a person nowadays. You know, there's a bigger increase in the amount, you know, of internet use, but apart from that, most people get up, they go to work.
There's a bigger increase in internet use. There was no internet.
Yeah, no, but you don't understand that. But the majority, what people are doing from day to day, they're going to work, they're coming home, they're cooking dinner, they're having a bath, we're all living the exact same lives we were in the 1970s.
Those things never change. You need to eat, you need to shit, you need to shave. I don't... You need to go to work.
Yeah, but this introduction of the introduction of technology doesn't necessarily mean that people's lives are actually improving. Like, as a result,
I think life is probably a little bit better than the 70s. Just as I can't see how it wouldn't be.
Well, we could have more drugs and free love.
We do.
No, not the drugs that we could have got some experimental shit, Scott, that would have really, you know, what we can get hold of the easy drugs with ease, but what about psychedelics and all sort of stuff? If we were around in the 70s, Scott, we could have been fucking taking acid every fucking day.
Yeah, but all you need for psychedelics is a nice field that you know cows graze on. You can go and get as many as you want.
I don't see any.
Yeah, well, you're a lazy man.
Yeah, but I don't even hear about people taking them, man. You know, I hang around. I hang around with degenerate, fucked up people, and if you speak to people.
Fucking people.
If you speak to the youngsters, they'll tell you they've never done psychedelic experiences, man. I think it's a bad fucking thing. I think it could make people more fucked up. Like,
I'm desperate for a trip.
I think by rejecting people, you know, of course some people react badly to it, but a lot of people, they get fucking real sense of enlightenment from it, man.
I love it. It completely takes away your ego, and you're just like, oh wow, I'm here right now and I exist. Oh my god.
That and Bill Hicks at that time, that changed my life, man. Like,
yeah.
That completely influenced the fucker I am today. Like, if I hadn't have had psychedelics,
Definitely opened up some doors in my head that I just didn't know could be opened.
Well, then mine have never fucking shut, Scott.
No, mine either. It's it needs to. Well, I've got ideas about that. All you need these days is a little bit of know-how. You can pretty much get your own shrooms. But it's all money. Money. I need to get back on the poker, man. I was making fucking good money playing poker. Then I could, we could get a studio. We could get real celebrity guests.
Oh, right, Jesus Christ, Scott.
David Mitchell, what are you doing on Friday? Nothing. Well, we'll pay £250 to come in and be a guest on a podcast. Okay.
What, you think David Mitchell would do it for 250 quid? Fuck off.
I do. In fact, you know what? I'm going to tweet that at him. I'm going to find out. David, would you be willing to do a podcast for £250? Sterling. He may answer me, he may not.
I was thinking, I had that bit where I said about what we could do on the podcast to make it go viral.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I thought of a brilliant one.
Go on.
I murder you live on the fucking podcast and brutally slay you.
Yeah.
If
If he does do this, ladies and gentlemen, and he's locked in a room, you need to check his cheeks for crumbs, because he has a plan that involves a key that's made of cake. I just need that to be on public record. It was Liam.
And I just want
If you kill me, mother, I'll kill you back.
I want it on record that I like to eat cake.
Yeah, especially cakes that are shaped like keys.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, have you had any ideas that don't involve me dying?
No, that was it.
Right. Okay.
That was the best I could muster, Scott.
Back to the drawing board. Yeah, I'm not willing to die for this. Just so
Okay.
you know, I'm committed. Not that committed.
I won't drink any more of that beer then, Scott.
No, it's probably too late anyway.
Oh.
Oh, I watched. You like The In-Betweeners?
I did until I saw the first movie, and I did until I saw the trailer for the second movie.
Okay, well, never mind.
Did you see the second one? And
Yeah, I quite liked it.
Did you like the first film?
It was alright.
I thought it was awful. Man.
I was in the cinema and I was pissed. So I was laughing.
To me, it was a cringe fest, man. It was like Kevin and Perry Go Large.
I think that has its moments.
I don't, man. I think I think all of them. I can't think of a single one that ever worked.
Alpha Papa?
Yes. Okay. There you go. But look how recent that is.
Yeah.
That was only a year ago. Before that, you'd have nothing.
Yeah. Well, there's always been that talk about doing a Red Dwarf film, and I was always thoroughly behind it. But after this Dave shit, it was like, no, don't. Just leave it. Just leave it, please. Don't ruin Red Dwarf for more than you already have.
I haven't watched it since that.
Really?
That's how much it's tainted me. I used to watch it constantly. Red Dwarf would be on all the fucking time.
That's a damn shame. I haven't watched it in a long time either. I watched some at the weekend actually because they were doing.
I gotta say, it was one
back
of
to back.
It was one of those things where I had it on box sets, so I'd always just whack it on.
Yeah, it's great to have on in the background.
But I don't have the box sets anymore, and I just haven't got round to downloading it.
I've got them. Bring a hard drive. No, I don't actually. Yeah, you should do that. Yeah. No, I've got them all, so you can. Well, no, I don't have season 10. I'm not getting it. Which is not. Oh, that really left a bad taste in the mouth. But yeah.
Yeah, bruv. Well, should we do this one a shorty? And just leave it at 1 hour?
Yeah, why not? We're back. Just to let everyone know.
Yeah. We'll be back more regularly as well.
As life goes on, and that's got to take precedent over the podcast. We both had a lot of shit on, but we're back.
What about Tuesday next week?
Yeah.
Do another one.
Yeah,
I'm
Tuesday's
off.
good for me. Defo.
Yeah.
I get paid that day, so I'll be a little bit richer.
Yeah. No. Gotta get back into the swing. 2 weeks off. It was a long time, man.
Yeah, there was definitely a few times we were going to do it on Monday,
Yeah.
but I had such a filthy head.
How are you feeling now? Because I'm still sick, but that's because I've
Fine.
been Yeah, I've been drinking all non-stop
Well,
through my
there you go.
illness.
I was first offence in drinking orange juice and taking vitamin C tablets.
Yeah, I don't do that. I just get more fucking drunk because I want to. It's my way of getting through the illness. It's just getting pissed on top of it.
Well, I'm fine and you're not, so...
Yeah, I don't know. It's not. Oh well, have I got a couple of minutes? Yeah, I've got a couple of minutes. Look, I just want to say that I want to stop this fucking alcohol bashing that's been going on. That I think people now they're a bit anti fucking booze, and I think getting drunk is fucking awesome, Scott.
Yeah, I still enjoy it. I don't enjoy the next day, but I really enjoy the night.
Yeah, but if you just drink the next day, it's fine.
Okay. Yeah.
It's true. It is, man.
Yeah, I suppose that's a solution.
Well, you just.
It's not one that I follow. Like, well, who am I to talk, man? I've had beers, like, the only night I haven't had beers was Tuesday this week.
Well, exactly. So you're drinking every night as well.
Yeah.
Or you're just having one or two after work.
Yeah, like 3 cans.
Yeah. Yeah, 1 or 2 just gives you the hunger. 3, you're like, right, I'm a little bit pissed.
1 or 2's fucking ballsack, man. Because you think I get in at about 6:30 and I drink them. If I had 2, I'd run out of beer at 8 and be like, what the fuck?
That's the thing, because the third one always lasts a lot longer.
Yeah, because
It
you got your buzz going.
Yeah.
You're not trying to neck it down to get it kick-started.
What they should invent is an alcohol that doesn't take 30 minutes to react with your system, because it takes 30 minutes.
Bollocks.
It does.
Bollocks.
For it fully, yeah.
Bollocks. 30 minutes.
Yeah.
30 minutes.
That's why I'm sure it's 30
It doesn't take me
minutes.
30 minutes to get pissed.
It's 30 minutes per unit.
I could get pissed real quick.
No, it's not within 30 minutes.
Okay, alright, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. There's a experiment. I'm going to get 4 cans of beer and I'm going to give Liam... He's got to drink like a can in 2 minutes.
No, but I'm saying in 30 minutes I'll be pissed. But I'm saying it takes 30 minutes for me to be fully drunk.
You're not a scientist and I don't trust you.
I am, man. I'm a fucking. I've been working in pubs for 10 years now, Scott.
So what does that mean? So what, you've been observing people? About 30 minutes.
Oh, I've got it down to a fine art, man. I've got my lab coat. I've got my fucking.
You see this
clipboard?
guy over here? He's 28.5 minutes in. You watch.
Oh, there
Bang.
he goes. Like he's on the floor. What a twat.
No.
No, well, anyway, we'll do an experiment next podcast. On Tuesday, I will be completely sober at the beginning of the podcast, and then 20 minutes in, I'll tell you how I am, and then 30 minutes in, I'll tell you how I am.
Well, we'll make it scientific as well.
We will.
You're the control, I'll be the scientist.
You have to wear goggles in case I get overexcited.
There'll be no wanking in my face in this flat, okay? Or any flat.
I just think of flat when you say flat.
Someone get me on a loophole, it's like, it's not your flat though, Scott. Oh, I read, before we go, I read a really nice thing about Nick Drake. You know Nick Drake?
The new film he's done is meant to be fucking awesome.
Nick Drake.
Oh no, sorry, Nick Cave, I was thinking.
Yeah.
Nick Drake, what about him?
Drake. Well, there was a thing about, on the BBC, because I think it's his anniversary coming up or something, or it's been, and talking about how most people don't, they think his music's very misery based, and you get that shit with the Smiths a lot as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's just like sad, depressing, miserable music, which is completely wrong. It's some of the most upbeat, happy.
Yeah, they're uplifting songs.
Yeah, I've never understood that thing about the Smiths, particularly. Like, oh, it's so depressing. Are you kidding? I find it humorous and uplifting, and there's no sad music.
I think it's because they always take, Panic in the Streets of London as the song, and there's Hang the DJ and all that sort of shit.
That's humour.
Yeah, I know.
Stephen is not actually saying you should go out and hang DJs. He's making a point about shit music.
Have we spoken about that Morrissey biography? Did I bring that up?
What, the book? I've read
No.
a couple of books.
No, the fact that the review of his book was voted as the most severe review of the year.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because he put it on Penguin Classic straight away as well, so, and it was just called Morrissey, So you know, you go
Oh, is it
to
an
the,
autobiography? Did he write
yeah,
it himself?
yeah, he wrote it himself. Have you not read it?
No, I didn't know about that.
Oh,
Shit.
because it's meant to be awful,
That's
awful.
That's going on the list.
Yeah, but yeah, so it's just called Morrissey, and then it was instituted into the Penguin Classics, which
So
is
it's up there with War and Peace and Crime and Punishment.
yeah, and all the
I
other
doubt it, Stephen.
and all the other one-word, you know, authors.
Oh yeah, Dante.
Yeah, yeah. Then Morrissey just in the middle,
Just with his big fucking chin.
and yeah, you have to read the book, but read its Sunday Times review. If you just
Okay.
research it, it will come up instantly because it will.
Oh well, I'm a confirmed fan, so I'm
Yeah,
not actually
it's
a
slating
fan of
him. It's
That's the thing.
slating him, but it's just slating his book. Like, that's all.
Right, well, I would like to say one thing. I'd like to give a double thumbs up to Rogan's new special, Rocky Mountain High. He's doing the thing that Louis C.K. started, you know, like $5.
Oh yeah,
So it came out last week. I got it last Thursday. I paid the princely sum of £3.29. And
Bargain.
it's fucking good, man.
yeah.
He's really worked on not only like the jokes, but he's also. It was a lot better. It was in a comedy club.
Because I'll be honest with you, the last couple of ones I've seen by him, I haven't been very impressed.
No, the
There's
Life of
a
the
lot-
Tabernacle was okay, but he's in a big theatre, and it just feels a bit empty. There's too much space, you know.
Yeah,
But this
yeah.
one's in a comedy club, and it's just there's not all these fancy fucking angles, you know, like zooming in on people laughing.
No, because for me, the last one I saw, I don't know which one. It's probably that one. He's in a big open space, and then at the end, he does the bit where people come forward and ask him questions.
that was a few years ago, but I didn't like that.
That
'Cause
was-
he basically did 40 minutes of stand up,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and then did half an hour of just talking to random shitheads.
And I'd watched the previous two that I'd found, and they had been incredible.
Yeah,
You know, the original ones. Was the
It's-
monkey or something?
it's like, talking monkeys in space.
Yeah,
No,
that one's incredible, man.
No, I think that's also the name of his production company. The 2006 one, where he's got the yellow shirt and that cat backwards, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's fucking insanely good. It's Noah's Ark story and the 8-year-old retarded boy. His idea about big dick pills and stuff. Yeah, that one's got so many awesome beats. But I'm telling you, this new one that he's done is on par.
Good.
It's pretty fucking good, man.
It's been quiet this year.
Well, they're all coming out now. That's the thing.
So
Bill Burr's
who
got
else
one
is-
coming out.
Yeah?
Yeah, on the 5th. Who else has got one coming out? I'm sure Louis must be due one soon.
What was his last one? Oh my god.
Yeah. And that was like 2011 or... No, 2012,
Is that where we saw him?
13. I didn't see him.
Well, that was the one we went to.
No.
Was that the year before we went?
I've not been to see Louis.
You haven't seen Louis C.K.?
Not live, no.
Oh. I thought I went with you.
No, you went with Sive, didn't you?
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, right. I thought you were there for that one. That was... Who were you
Nice
there?
that you can confuse
Who-
me with Charlotte.
No. Which one were we at then when we were both in the Apollo with our missuses?
Oh, that was Stanhope.
Stanhope, that was it.
That was Hammersmith Apollo.
And we both saw Bill Burr.
Yeah, but on different nights. Or
Yeah.
like he did 2 shows. I think we saw the early show.
And I think you saw it was different days.
Well, that's the second time I've seen old Billy now, and he never disappoints.
Well, anyway, should we cad on that?
Yeah, it's been real.
Yeah, it's been another fucking successful time, and yeah, you won't have to wait too long to hear from my fucking beautiful voice again.
Are you talking to me or the audience?
Talking to the audience, Scott.
Oh, good.
Talking to the ladies out there.
Hey, ladies.
I'm back on the market.
You know why you're moist between your legs right now? It's because Liam's talking.
Oh yeah, sexy.
Don't sit there all confused. Just accept it. Yeah, no, it's been a pleasure. Always. As always.
Right then, Tuesday. See you then. Take care now, Rob.
Bye-bye now.